The Bible isn't written as a science book.
Who can be worse than a person who reads no books at all? Hi there. There is a very good saying, learning is light, ignorance is darkness. So what can be worse than reading no books at all? Only to read just one book.
How do you know that? Because the Bible says.
Is in direct opposition to the Bible.
Religious people ask me, why do you preach atheism? We preach religion because we want to save souls. With your worldview, it doesn't make any difference. But doesn't make any difference really. Let's see together. First and most important reason is that your God does not exist. We find it critical to facilitate honest, deep searching for the truth, to doubt everything, especially the things for which we have no confirmation or evidence. Logical reasoning alone makes Christian God and similar gods impossible. It's a self-defeating concept. There are moral, mathematical and probability proofs making God's non-existence near mathematical certainty. I have a special video on that, check it out. The only reliable way to navigate the world is by questioning, reasoning, independent proof and confirmation. So-called private belief is actually not a private matter at all. Because if a driver, pilot or surgeon, instead of relying on sensory evidence and his training, starts relying on his religious beliefs and prayer, there would be immediate, mortal consequences. The same is especially true about heads of states. Hence, reason number 2 is to save the world from destruction. Leaders of states control armies and increasingly weapons of mass destruction. These are ever more accessible. Honest faith is most plausible cause to destroy the world. Crazy as it may sound first, many Christians and Muslims would be happy to see nuclear mushrooms. They would be getting ready to go to heaven and knowing that not righteous people are going to hell now. Reason number 3 is to free people's minds. God meme is extremely powerful. It enslaves people. It divides us and spreads hate and fear. Reality is wonderful. It's awe-inspiring. It's very rewarding to see someone free and happy who used to be a slave and in misery. We save people's time from reading rubbish and finding sense where there is none. Reason number 4 is to promote responsible proactive attitude. Atheists are proactive. We know that only we are responsible for our lives. Proactive people are more successful and happy. Reason number 5 is to boost and promote science. Science saves millions of lives. It protects us. It makes our lives comfortable and accomplished. Science gets us closer to understanding laws of nature, including laws of human society and ultimately human soul. We treat ill, depressed and troubled people. We don't burn them as possessed by devil, as the religious people used to do. And that all is because of science. And science is improving the standard of our living. Science is improving general morals of our societies. Morals can be based only on reasoning and on science, not on some outdated dogma. Reason number 6. To promote healthy upbringing of kids. Children raised in a reason-driven environment maximize their potential in this life, which is all we have as far as can be proven, by fully developing and using their mental capacity. We don't teach our kids to be satisfied by not understanding and not knowing. Ignorance is inviting for hard work, not for fear and worshipping of an imaginary figure in the sky. These kids are not afraid of darkness. They have virtually no nightmares related to fear of God or to ever-strangling sin-related guilt, as poor kids of the religious parents do. Reason 7. To improve people's lives, to maximize acceptance and love, to minimize suffering. Faith and religion are the source of intolerance and hate. We want to overcome the dogmatic discrimination, oppression against people who just happen to be different from the majority, like gays and lesbians. Reason 8. To help economy, to save people from religious scams, to remove tax-exempt status from churches. This money can and must be spent for fighting poverty and disease, not for building mega-churches and pseudo-museums. Reason 9. To improve public health. Science-based approach to health is obviously beneficial for all people. But we still, like in Dark Ages, face fearsome religious opposition against medical and scientific advances. That causes deaths of people due to faith healing, crazy allocations of public money due to ban on STEM research, inadequate views on contraception, and other faith-based obstacles. Reason 10. To proper plan and control resources. Populations in many countries desperately need birth control. Trusting in a non-existent entity in the sky, we overuse the land, fossil resources, etc. We are causing mass extinctions and climate catastrophe. And faith in God only stimulates these processes. We must spread the reason and critical thinking and make it the norm of our discourse. We must question everything. There are much more reasons than those that I've described here. Please don't be silent. Raise your voice on these and other issues that require reason and critical thinking. Peace.